Hello, my friends. Welcome to your astrology forecast, your tarot check-in, and your yoga class for the week of February 12th through the 19th. Hi, my name is Natasha. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old here, welcome back. This is, like I said, an astrological forecast for the week. We're going to go over some of the major transits. What does it mean? We're going to do a tarot check-in, so check in with the energy, see what's going on, and then I'm going to take all of that and put it into a yoga class for y'all. Now, you totally don't have to stay for the yoga class. It's going to be at the very end, but if you're interested in just like tapping into these energies in a different way, in a physical way, my yoga classes are all levels friendly, plus size friendly, accessible, and trauma informed. So that's kind of what I do here on this channel. I do witchcraft and wellness and everything in between. So if that's your jam, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, we're going to get right on into this. So we're going to start with the astrological forecast while I kind of shuffle these cards, and then we're going to get into the tarot, and then we're going to get into the yoga. So yeah. So pretty much the name of the game this week is Aquarius. That's all I need to know is Aquarius. We have the sun in Aquarius. We just had a new moon in Aquarius. We have Mercury that just entered Aquarius and Pluto that just entered Aquarius already. Now the moon is shifting. You know, the moon changes signs every like 2 to 3 days. But what we're really focusing on is the other planets. Usually I focus on the moon phases because, you know, I am a lunar witch, but there's so much happening in Aquarius this week, and just from last week to this week, just this whole like month is just Aquarius. So again, sun in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius. The Pluto in Aquarius transit was a big one. And Mercury just moved into Aquarius. Now this week specifically, we have Venus also moving into Aquarius on February 16th, and we have Mars moving into Aquarius on February 13th. And these are both moving from Capricorn to Aquarius. So it's really interesting to me that like Capricorn comes before Aquarius. And so when we see this transition from Capricorn to Aquarius, regardless what planet it is, it's this really big shift from Capricorn is kind of focused on like I don't want to say the self, but more of like a business, like I, me, almost like corporation kind of standpoint, whereas Aquarius puts the focus on the community and the team. And, you know, I've heard Aquarius described as Aquarius, like US, like us. So it's shifting from like a kind of a one person focus, like getting yourself ahead, to getting the whole team ahead. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. Like Aquarius, with especially Pluto moving into Aquarius, it's all about collaboration and community and team and cooperation and compromise, and just like working with the team, working with your community, with your friends, your family, all those things, the collective, right? You know, I do these readings when I do any tarot readings I do here on my channel, is for the collective. Congratulations, if you made it here, you're part of my collective, right? Like, but we all have like this collective, like our whole, you know, the entire human population, we have this like human collective. But yeah, all this stuff moving into Aquarius is putting the focus on being authentic, on being yourself, on being weird, on being uniquely you, on being eccentric, on focusing on expressing yourself authentically and freely, freedom, innovation. We're gonna see, especially with that Pluto in Aquarius transit, which is a 20-year long, it's going to be there for like 20 years. We're going to probably see advances in like technology and stuff. And again, just like really out of the box sort of ideas. The last time we had Pluto in Aquarius, and again, also revolution. The last time we had Pluto in Aquarius, we had multiple revolutions, you know, like societal and like kind of overthrowing of the government sort of revolutions, but we also had the industrial revolution, so like technologic revolution. So we're going to be seeing a lot of that over the coming years. But right now for this week, it's all about getting weird, expressing yourself truly and freely and authentically. I have written down inventing, reforming, revolution, freeing ourselves from outdated patterns, and a really heavy focus on the throat chakra and expressing yourself. Aquarius obviously is an air sign. It rules air, and in the chakras rules the throat chakra, and in the body rules the shins, the calves, the ankles. But I think we forget that, you know, the throat chakra and this idea of expressing ourselves, it isn't just like, you know, like expressing yourself and being weird. It's also expressing your truth. It's also speaking up. It's also, again, using your voice, using your vocal cords, you know, speaking up for yourself, setting boundaries. Again, that breaking free from old patterns. You know, I know that for me, I've been really been hit over the head with like, oh my gosh, these are like some patterns that you need to break. Just like, you know, things keep coming up that are kind of the same old pattern. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to work on this. And like, I need to work on expressing myself and like establishing my boundaries. You know, Aquarius while it is the water bearer is an air sign, and it's again all about that expression and expressing yourself truly, which again isn't just like, you know, how we like are weird and how we just kind of like express ourselves, like the things we like and the things we do. It's also expressing your truth and expressing your boundaries and breaking free from those old patterns. That's pretty much it, y'all. Like I said, just like Aquarius, Aquarius, Aquarius. Like that is the vibe of this week. You know, with Valentine's Day, again, we have like the kind of right in the middle of these two other transits is Venus and Mars transits into Aquarius. We have Valentine's Day. I saw that I posted this meme actually on my Instagram. I do these like meme dumps, and it was like Valentine's Day is a scam created by Scorpios to create more Scorpios, because like if you were to, you know, get pregnant on Valentine's Day, you're gonna birth a Scorpio baby. But anywho, it's gonna get weird this week, y'all. It's gonna get weird. My dog Jack barking, he agrees. Like, just prepare yourself for that Aquarius energy. And it's not, I don't think it's not bad energy. It's just like energy, as all astrology is, just energy to be worked with. So what do we need to know for this week? What are the messages for this week? What can we do to tap into this energy? All right, chaos mode doesn't want a chaos mode. We already had one card fall out. The Fool, absolutely. Like, we love it. The Fool is card 0 of the tarot. It is the start of the tarot. The entirety of the tarot is the Fool's journey. You know, you can see taking a leap of faith right off that cliff. But I think in the case of, you know, of Aquarius and all these Aquarius vibes, if you're starting something new, if you're starting this new journey, I really think it's, again, this is really giving me the breaking free from the old patterns. It's like starting a new journey as kind of your new self that has expressed yourself truly and authentically, that has set boundaries, that has expressed your truth. Suddenly you feel this way, you feel free. It's very, the Fool is very much a card of like freedom and like a bit of naivete and like, you know, taking a risk and kind of just like leaping, not necessarily, it is kind of leaping without looking, but it's like, you trust yourself and you trust that you have done the work and you have expressed yourself, and now you're kind of free to take that leap almost. That's kind of what it's giving. All right, let's see what else we got here. The Knight of Wands. Yes, Knight of Fire. The fire pony, it's a little chaotic. It's a little chaotic. It's a little sporadic. It's a little spontaneous. That's also kind of the vibe as Venus moves into Aquarius and all these things move into Aquarius from Capricorn, right? Capricorn is very like strict and pragmatic and practical, where Aquarius is like, nah, I'm going to do things like totally differently. And, you know, but the Knight of Wands is a fiery knight. All knights are on a mission, and the Knight of Wands is on a night of passion. And it's kind of like almost like this Knight of Wands is like fueling this Fool energy, and it's kind of like, all right, it's time to kind of maybe take a leap, and it's going to be a little fiery, you know. It's that kind of fire of free expression. Like once you start expressing yourself truly, you do kind of, it's a little freeing, it's a little fiery, you know what I mean? Like it kind of snowballs. Like you are like, oh my gosh, I can speak up for myself, and then you kind of like can't stop yourself, so you might feel like the energy gets a little fiery for sure. Ace of Wands, all the fire is here. The Ace of Wands is the Ace of Fire. It's the spark. It is a passionate new beginning. It is a creative new beginning, something that lights your fire. I'm hearing the Doors song, like, come on, baby, light my fire, or whatever. Like, it's kind of that vibe. We literally have the Fool with the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. Like, if you were waiting for a time to take a passionate leap of faith to start a passionate new journey of some kind, you're getting given the green light to kind of go be a little crazy. But we have the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Air. This is the Queen of Aquarius, right? Air Queen, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But the Queen of Swords she kind of gets sometimes a bad rep of being the Ice Queen, because she is very not afraid to express herself, in the sense that she's not afraid to cut people off with that dang sword, you know? And traditionally, she usually has a butterfly, like a hand outstretched with like a butterfly in it, or maybe a butterfly on the tip of her sword sometimes. And then she has a sword in the other hand. It's the card, and you can see even the colors here, kind of icy. She sets boundaries. She is not afraid to take that sword, cut people off, cut energies off, cut things off that no longer serve her. She's not afraid to speak her truth, but she's also opening to receive. That's where the balance is, right? You can't cut everything out. This is where compromise comes in, and cooperation comes in, and collaboration comes in. Like, yes, set your boundaries. And yes, don't be afraid to bring that sword down. Again, the sword's energy, the air energy, is intellect, and also again the voice and speaking. So don't be afraid to bring that sword down if you need to, but also don't close yourself off completely. It's kind of a give and take sort of energy. Now we have the Two of Wands. Look, all the wands, all the fire, and I feel like the sword's energy, the Aquarius energy, the air energy just adds fuel to the fire, and around we go. But the Two of Wands is a card of possibility, infinite possibilities. Traditionally, the Two of Wands, it's like this person standing over this balcony, and he has the world in his hands, and he's like overlooking this scene, and he has the world in his hands, and he's like, well, I can pretty much go wherever I want. I have infinite possibilities. Where do I want to go? Which path do I want to take now that I have my Ace of Wands? And now that I've taken the leap with the Fool, and I have, the Knight of Wands energy, like I'm charging forward into this like passionate new beginning, but like there's so many paths forward. Which one do I take, right? Three of Swords, we want to move away from heartbreak. This is literally three swords in the heart. Heartbreak, breaking up, grief, things happening in the heart, right? Not good things happening in the heart. And it's like, we don't want to move back towards that. Like, I'm hearing in my head, like, stop breaking your own heart. And there's the King of Swords right there. Literally, this is not the time to be, I don't want to say like distracting yourself with matters of the heart, but the King of Swords is all about moving forward with mental clarity and prioritizing head over heart. Same with the Queen of Swords. And it's funny because we have all these wands energies and like the Fool, and these are all about like following your heart and your passions and things. But I think this is a reminder that, like, the saying, the heart wants what the heart wants, like, do that, but not in a toxic way, if that makes sense. Like, if your heart wants that like really toxic ex that you keep running back to, that's like really terrible for you and you know it, stop it. Get some help. That's not what this reading is saying. That's not what I'm saying when I say follow your passions. I'm saying follow your creative passions, your ultimate goals, your dreams, like what you want to do with your life, not the passions of like whatever toxic relationship or friendship or whatever that you might have going on. Like, stop going, like you might be looking at like all these infinite possibilities with the Two of Wands. Stop choosing the path to heartbreak. Follow your heart in the sense of, yes, follow your dreams, but use your head. We're not taking unnecessary risks. We're not, again, associating with people that are going to break our heart. Not even people. It could be energies. It could be a workplace. It could be like literally anything, family, friends, relationship, whatever. Stop it. Stop choosing that option. There are so many other options where you, yes, can follow your heart and your passions without getting your heart broken. I don't know if that's making sense. Somebody had to hear it. Eight of Wands, yeah, very quick, very fast. This is also a card of like rapid communication. It's literally like a bunch of arrows coming in. So much fire energy. Something's coming in hot, something's coming in fast. Nine of Wands, kind of a defensive energy, but it's also the final stretch, the final countdown to the end. 10 is like the end. You can see here, she kind of like, again, is really defensive in this card. But the Nine of Wands is that final push, that final stretch. And we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands. We have this fire behind us, like pushing us through that final stretch. I can't make this up, y'all. Three of Wands, are you kidding me? Like, there are so many wands here. And the Three of Wands might, yes, suggest a bit of a delay. And again, a kind of like, not necessarily it's like Three of Wands is like the thing's gonna happen, right? You are gonna go do that thing. You're gonna go on that path. But again, it's like kind of a pause of like, well, what's the logistics here? Like, what is the truth? And then there's a Knight of Swords. This is all just air and fire. Like, it's like, go on this journey. And there's the Ten of Wands. I can't make this up. It is literally, there is nothing else besides air and fire here. We're being asked to go on this journey. We're being asked to take this leap of faith, to do whatever this new thing is. It could be so many different things. But it is very easy to get burnt out when you get this like fire lit under your butt. It's very easy to fizzle out also. Like, it's, the harder and faster and quicker the fire burns, the quicker it burns out. And I think we're being told here to kind of, instead of go burn out really quickly and like, you know, take this leap and just like, rah, like we're being asked to kind of take it a little bit slower, to like, again, use our brain, it's like the balance of head and heart, right? The heart is all the fire that's like, rah, let's go, let's do it. Let's go, 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 do, Shia LaBeouf, just do it. Like, and then the swords are like, but do this logically. Again, what did I say? Innovation, reforming, revolution, freeing ourselves from outdated patterns, expressing yourself, like intellect, you know, go on this passionate new journey, but do it like, use your brain, be smart about it. Like, stop leading yourself towards heartbreak. Stop leading yourself down these repetitive patterns of like things that you know that aren't good for you, whether it's a person, place, energy, whatever. Like, it's just going to lead you to being burnt out. Why do you want to do that? It's just going to lead you to the Three of Swords. Why do you want to do that when we could have instead, you know, we could be the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords, and we can have this like Fool in this new journey, and this journey that doesn't fizzle out super quickly because we burnt ourselves out because of maybe like whatever dramas that the Three of Swords came with, right? I don't know. It's literally, we're literally being told like, quit going back to the things that hurt you. Use your brain. Affluence, you know, if you want that affluence, why do you keep going back to the things that lead you instead to burnout and Three of Swords? I'm pulling just some oracle cards just so we can kind of get a better picture for the main themes of this week. And like, affluence isn't just wealth, right? Like abundance, sure, is wealth, but affluence is like a weird mix of like abundance and influence and like power. And it's not just wealth, like physical, tangible wealth. It's wealth in all things. Whoa, okay, a bunch of cards just like flying out. La, la, la. All right, release. There's that sword again. There's that sword again. We have the Queen of Swords, the King of Swords, the Knight of Swords. Everything that's not fire is swords. You better cut the stuff off that you don't need anymore. You better cut it off. You better release it, or else we're just going to be running in circles. We're going to be on fire, running in circles, coming back to the Three of Swords. A lot of these, interestingly enough, we have earth and nature spirits. I think this is a reminder to stay grounded. The Aquarius energy is going to make us all feel like, woo, like it's all air. It's a little chaotic. It's a little weird. Ground yourself. Get outside. Tap into some earth energy. Remember that we're protected. We have protection, healer, and time. I think this honestly is like time heals all things, that saying. And you're protected. You're protected as we go on this a little slightly crazy journey of all fire and air and Aquarius energy and Fool energy of taking a leap of faith. Like, it's going to take time. And that's the thing, right? Is like, we would rather it take time because we don't want that super fast burnout. We don't want that super quick, like, yeah, we got the spark and then we like we started the journey because we just had that fire lit under our butt and we're like, go, and then we burn out, right? How to not do that is understand that it takes time. Allow yourself to have a longer time span to accomplish something. Allow yourself to go on that like longer journey. Like, maybe, yeah, it's not going to get done as quickly, but you're not going to burn out as quickly. But that like fire isn't going to burn out. Like, if you let it take the time it's going to take and you prioritize the healing with that healer card, and we don't like, it's like you have two choices. The one choice is to like run flaming down the street straight into the Three of Swords, or take the leap of faith and be like, this journey is going to take me a longer time. Yeah, I'm gonna have to avoid the Three of Swords, and I'm gonna have to avoid this like toxic stuff that maybe I really, really want. Like, I just really love that thing, but I know it's gonna hurt me in the end. And it's like choosing the hard path for a reason. Choosing, and not necessarily hard, just like longer and like, you know, a little bit more focus and hard work is needed. But I personally would rather choose that path if it's gonna lead me to the greater good. You like, the really fast, quick, fiery path is like fun, and you get to do like toxic stuff and you get to like party and like woohoo, but then it just leads to the Three of Swords and the Ten of Wands, and it's like, why? Why? It's giving like the tortoise and the hare. Like, the hare is, you know, super fast and finishes the race really quickly and like thinks he's gonna win and is like, haha, and then the tortoise is like, meh, I'm just gonna take my time, I'm gonna go slower, I'm gonna like pace myself, and then he ends up winning. certainly a slower journey, but he comes out successful in the end. I hope this is making sense. A very interesting message, a different one than we usually tend to get here, but we needed to hear it, I think. So, all right, my friends, that was our astrology and tarot energy check-in. I'm going to hop on back to my mat to do a class based on this energy. Again, you don't have to stay for the yoga, but maybe try it. Give it a try. If not, I will see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful week. I, again, put these out every single week. I also put out new moon and full moon free yoga classes and tarot readings. I put out yoga classes that are accessible, trauma-informed, etc. All levels friendly, plus size friendly, for free here on my channel. I also have a membership here where we do live tarot, live yoga, live new moon and full moon workshops. The last thing I will say is I do also offer witchcraft and wellness courses and ebooks. I have a moon magic guided journal if you want to work with the moon phases. I have a 30-day witchcraft and wellness challenge if you want to just start into witchcraft and wellness, and my entire complete course bundle is half off for the month of February. So all the links for that will be in the description box below, and I'll see you back on my mat. All right, my friends, we're going to get into this yoga class. The message kind of as far as the energy goes and the tarot goes was like, slow down. Don't jump into things kind of without looking. Focus on head over heart, tapping into that Aquarius energy, which if you really like to tap into more Aquarius energy, my class from last week is very Aquarius heavy. The New Moon in Aquarius yoga class I posted is also very Aquarius heavy because we have a ton of Aquarius happening this week. But the message really was to slow down. And I feel like intuitively and collectively what we need is some restorative yoga. So restorative yoga is very slow. It is actually the type of yoga that I dislike the most because I'm a very fast person. I have mostly fire in my chart. I'm a very fiery go, go, go. But the message that we got today was don't do that. So we're going to slow down. We're going to take things slow. Restorative yoga is very calm, a lot of breath work, holding the poses for a really long time. And, that kind of forces us to be with our thoughts. And I really encourage you to, again, tap into that intellectual energy of the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords and this Aquarius energy. Try to think of new ideas while we're holding these poses. If you have a difficult situation maybe that you're facing, what are some out of the box ideas I can think of to deal with this situation? Things like that. We're going to be holding the postures for a while and breathing and just kind of being in silence. So I will preface this with my dogs might bark. My dog Jack is an Aries. He loves to bark. He loves to be loud. So if he barks while we're kind of holding the postures, I do apologize. It's going to be, again, a very slow practice with only a few poses, but we're going to hold them for a little bit. So for the first pose, we are going to be using blocks. Now, if you don't have blocks, anything this shape and size works. Those ACOTAR books are about this shape and size. The hardcovers work really well for blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can also use a pillow. You can use a bolster. We're going to start in a supported fish pose. So our supported fish pose is a heart opener. We're also going to work on opening the throat because, again, Aquarius energy, speaking your truth, expressing yourself authentically. So our first block is going to come to the center of the mat long ways, and we're going to lay back down on that block. So take your time. You're going to bring your other block with you as well, or a pillow, because we're going to put that other one perhaps under our head. So when I lay back on this block, I want to really make sure it's in the center of my spine, right in between my shoulder blades, right on that bra line. Kind of like the upper back, right, between the shoulder blades. And I want you to take your time really finding that perfect kind of center spot here, because if you're off, you're going to be fidgeting the whole time. And we want to hold this for a decent amount of time. So from there, options. Option 1, you don't have to have anything under your head. If you really want to open up your throat, don't put anything underneath your head. If that's uncomfortable, place either a block or a pillow underneath your head. You're still getting, I would just recommend tilt that chin upwards to open that throat. And we're finding our comfortable place here. Now, with the legs, you can keep them bent. You can lengthen them. You could take a Supta Baddha Konasana, so a reclined down angle, bringing the feet bottoms together, opening the knees. You can do that as well. For your arms, they can kind of lay on either side of you, palms facing up to receive, palms facing down to ground. You can keep the eyes open or closed, whatever feels good. And just start to bring your awareness to your breath. And again, I recommend taking this moment while you're settling in just to kind of get all your fidgets out. Find that kind of sweet spot on the block. And then as you start to find stillness, bring that awareness to your breath. Not changing anything about it. Just noticing your breath as it goes in and out. Using your breath as a tool to bring you to the right here, the right now, this present moment. With every inhale, filling up the chest, filling up the belly, taking up space. And on the exhale, a gentle release, and maybe allow those blocks to kind of melt open even more, or excuse me, the shoulders to melt open even more over those blocks. So with every inhale, we fill up, we take up space, maybe even press that belly out. This Aquarius energy is all about taking up space. And exhale, let those shoulders relax, open up even more over that block. You can allow these inhales and exhales to get a bit deeper, to get a bit longer. If you find yourself perhaps getting lost in your thoughts or stuck in a loop, there are two strategies I recommend. Number one is visualizing your breath in your mind's eye. So literally picture your nostrils in your brain and watch that breath go in and watch it go out. It's almost like counting sheep, giving your mind something to occupy itself with. Another strategy is I like to visualize my thoughts as kind of clouds going by, as if I was laying outside and looking up at a sky full of clouds. And this helps us practice non-judgment, non-attachment, being just an observer of your thoughts. So just watch those clouds go by. Allow yourself again to be non-judgmental, to just be curious, to not attach yourself to anything or to judge yourself for anything. We're only human. We can just be an observer of our thoughts. Meditation and mindfulness and stillness isn't the absence of thought. It is just not attaching yourself to them, being an observer. So we continue to breathe very deep, very long here. I'm going to count us through just a few 5-part breathing exercises, and then we're going to be here in silence for a bit. So just listen to my voice. We're going to inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can continue counting down those inhales and exhales to yourself if you would like. We're going to remain here for about 5 to 10 breaths. So just focus on your breath. I'll let you know when it's time for the next posture. Start to bring your awareness back into your body and back into your space. Maybe gently wiggle the toes or wiggle the fingers. You can maybe rub your fingers together. Again, maybe wiggle the toes, squeeze the mat with your toes, just waking up the body. Now gently, when you're ready, you can roll off of these blocks. Nice and slow, moving with intention to one side. You're getting these blocks out from underneath you, so just scooting them off your mat. And then come back down to your back. Now from here, you can keep the knees bent if you'd like. You can extend them, whatever feels good. We're going to inhale those arms out to the sides. Exhale, your right arm is going to come over, your left arm is going to come over across your chest. We're going to give ourselves a hug here. Just a little bit of a counter stretch for that really intense heart opener, that supported fish. So reaching for your shoulders, maybe rounding forward even a little bit, tucking your chin to your chest. Maybe pulling gently on those shoulders, giving yourself a little hug. And, we got Valentine's Day coming up this week. Maybe say some nice things to yourself. Be your own Valentine here. Give yourself a little massage. And then we inhale, open those arms up again. Exhale, this time the left arm comes over, right arm comes under. Same thing. Reaching for those shoulders, giving them a little pull, kind of rounding the back almost, tucking the chin to the chest. And again, maybe just say some sweet nothings to yourself. Give yourself a little hug. Give yourself a little massage if you have nails like me. Maybe a little scratch. And a nice big inhale brings us back, arms to a T position. Now we're going to take some twists here. And again, we're going to hold these twists for a hot minute. So I'm going to draw my knees into my chest. I'm going to inhale, center, and exhale, drop the knees over to the right, perhaps gaze over the left shoulder. Settle in here for this twist. You can keep the eyes opened or closed. And again, we're going to hold this for a decent amount of breaths. I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Focus on your breath, maybe on counting sheep or counting clouds. And breathe here. You can start to bring your awareness back into your space and back into your body. Begin, wiggle those toes, wiggle those fingers. And when you're ready, you can inhale those legs through center and exhale, just bringing them through center over to the other side. So my knees are to the left. Now perhaps I gaze over my right shoulder, and same thing here. Settle into this twist. Find your breath, and we will remain here for a bit. You can start to bring your awareness back into your space and back into your body. And again, wiggle those toes, wiggle those fingers. Maybe roll out the wrists. When you're ready, inhaling back to center. Exhale here. Now we're going to find a Supta Baddha Konasana. I do recommend perhaps grabbing your blocks, or if you have pillows, using that here to support the knees. So my Supta Baddha Konasana, my reclined bound angle posture, I'm bringing my feet together to touch, opening the knees, and then you can place your blocks underneath the knees, kind of the thighs, just to give our knees that support so we're not pulling too hard on the tendons in our knees or in our hips. Your hands can come to either side of you, palms facing up or facing down, whatever feels good. Breathing here, bringing your focus to your breath. Feeling those hips start to open. Maybe eventually, the more that they open, you can get rid of those blocks if it feels good. This is going to be our final posture for this class. Restorative classes are usually maybe 5 to 10 poses because this is a shorter class, just a few. I encourage you to stay here in this Supta Baddha Konasana, this reclined bound angle posture, for as long as it feels good. At least 5 to 10 breaths, perhaps even longer to be here. Use this as your Savasana. I know this was a very slow paced class, lots of breathing, lots of stillness, but I hope you enjoyed a little bit something different. Again, this is where I will leave you, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a lovely Valentine's Day. I hope you send yourself some love. Remain here in your Supta Baddha Konasana for as long as what feels good. I'll see you next time.